Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
Okay, so he doesn't look like your prototypical number one wide receiver, but T.Y. Hilton gives you that type of production. 7 seasons in the league, he's been over 1,000 yards in 5 of them. Led the NFL in receiving yards in 2016 and had a strong case to be a Pro Bowler for the 5th time in 2018. Missed it, but probably should have been named to the team.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now under first-time head coach Brian Flores. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Cousins going to bring up the Redskins 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's go. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. On play action, Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's got his man. It's Curse. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
25 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play action now. Cousins. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Cousins. Bearing one deep for Curse. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go, baby.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Get the ball.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from...
There goes Melvin Gordon, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now.
And, partner, I think that's a great example.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Cousins. Robinson's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Cousins on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins, he's going to take it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 4. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Gordon on first down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll set up a throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's good for 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Oh, what a move. A big chunk on the ground there. 27 yards.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They run. It's Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Let's go, baby. Check nine. Switch. Watch the safety creep.
2nd and 9 now. And Diggs has it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 big yards on that one. And a Miami first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And this is caught by Curse. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 24 to go. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's Kurz. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Cousins. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
board. Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check. Lucky.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3.